Have you ever questioned why your fish are dying after you purchased them or after harvest or a delivery? If yes, then this video would be the answer of all of your worries. If you follow the steps, I will guarantee that you will have your fish safe and healthy away from sicknesses and preventing them from dying. What's up guys, by the way, this is Mark and once again you are in Hobby TV. And before we proceed to our main video, I would like to say thank you especially to our Facebook group friends and to those people who just newly subscribed to the channel by supporting us all the way. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get updated on our next videos. Have you come across a guppy, Japanese koi fish, goldfish or any kind of tropical fish that you can't resist buying? And are you excited to immediately add your beautiful new fish to your community tank or pond? But how do you know that this fish isn't carrying any harmful diseases, parasites and viruses that could spread to your other fish? I don't mean to scare you, but I just want to inform you about the serious hazards to your community pond or tank without a protective quarantine process. So, now it is important to make sure all of your new fish are disease and virus free before adding them to your pond or aquarium, and quarantining fish is the best way to prevent outbreaks from occurring in your aquarium or pond. Why quarantine your tropical fish? There is more than one reason to quarantine new fish. Not only do you want to protect your existing fish collection from before any possible diseases, parasite and viruses that the new fish may carry, but you also need to make sure they are in good shape introducing them to your pond. Most imported and newly harvested tropical fish will have been very stressed during transportation from fish farm or breeder to your pond, tub or aquarium. In most cases, they will have been caught and moved from ponds to holding tubs, sorted then packed in a crowded boxes or plastic bag, transported for up to 48 hours and finally released into retailer's tank without being fed. After all this stress, the fish are very susceptible to bacteria and parasite infestations. Note: a good retailer will allow the fish time to recover from all the stress endured on their journey before selling them. However, the bad news is some retailers just want to sell them as quickly as possible before any problems occur. What type of tank to use to quarantine your fish? Fish quarantine tubs or aquarium doesn't have to be elaborate, but they need to be reliable. You can use many different types of tank or tub, like 8-gallon tank aquarium for smaller fish, 20-gallon plastic drums or 30 to 50-gallon tub for bigger fish will all work as long as they haven't been used to carry harsh chemicals that could leach back into the water during quarantine. And also, if you decide to use filters, it doesn't need to be very complex either, but they do need to be appropriately sized for the tank and number of fish. For me, I don't use filter for my bigger tub. It always depends on how many fish you put on the tub. If you feel it's overcrowding, then it's time to use filter. A sponge filter or submersible filter will work as well. Trivia: did you know that goldfish have teeth in their throats? Here's another weird fact: goldfish have teeth, but they are not in their mouths, so can't see them. Their teeth are in their throat, so they can bite their food on its way down. Fish tank setup. A fish quarantine tank should provide the following elements to ensure a successful quarantine period. Number 1. Plenty of room. Give the fish room to swim comfortably so they can relax and settle into their new environment. This will help their immune system to start functioning again. Number 2. A net or cover. It is very important to keep the quarantine tank netted. Newly arrived fish are often very frightened and disoriented, and for some reason their first reaction is to jump, especially for Japanese koi and guppies. Number 3. Salt. Salt is often referred to as chicken soup for Japanese koi, goldfish and guppies. It reduces stress, helps fight nitrite toxicity and kills many common parasites and more. Number 4. Antibiotic or antibacterial capsule. For medication to eliminate harmful bacteria and other harmful elements and parasites that could spread to your other fish. Number 5. Dechlorinated water. Fill a tank or tub with chlorine-free water. Treat chlorinated with dechlorinator. You can purchase it online or at a pet shops. Number 6. Filter is optional. Number 7. Heater is also optional. Water temperature should ideally be kept around 70 to 74 Fahrenheit. Trivia: Did you know that a goldfish can see more colors than you? Humans are able to see primary colors like red, yellow and blue, but goldfish can see these colors and a fourth color, ultraviolet light or UV light. UV light helps them see movement in the water. Fish quarantine procedures. Step 1. This time I'm using DIY 30-gallon fish tub as a temporary quarantine tub for my goldfish and 8-gallon aquarium tank for guppies. Add the chlorine-free water into the quarantine tank. Add the non-iodized salt at a rate of 3 teaspoons of sea salt per gallon of water. Add the antibiotic or antibacterial medication, at least 1 capsule per 15 gallon of water. Today I'm using amoxicillin and tetracycline for my quarantine tank. Float the fish in the bag 15 to 20 minutes to allow them to get acclimated by the water temperature. Gently introduce the fish into the quarantine tank and let the fish settle in the remainder of the day and overnight. Step 2. Newly imported fish may look stressed and sit on bottom somewhat inactive. This is normal as long as the water condition is fine. Try feeding them a high-quality fish food that rich in protein to help boost their immune system, or you can feed them with a good medicated antibiotic fish food as a preventive measure. Step 3. Continue feeding your fish. Monitoring water quality and do partial water changes as needed, usually 10 to 25% at a time. Continue this for 2 full weeks. Step 4. If all goes well, you might be ready to put these fish into your pond or other separate tank. After 3 full weeks, all fish look good and you can get ready to introduce them into your pond or tank with other fish. Make sure the quarantine water and pond or community fish tanks are the same in water temperature, then carefully transfer the newly quarantined fish into the fish community tank or pond and let them find their own space. Trivia. Did you know that goldfish have a longer memory than you think? In fact, they have a memory of about 3 months. This means they can identify their owner's face and they can remember things you are trying to teach them. In conclusion, smart fish hobbyists prefer to quarantine their new fish before introducing them into their community fish tank or pond before they show any symptoms of diseases. If you have bought Japanese koi, goldfish, guppies or other fish and they have not been quarantined by fish dealers or retailers, it is good to do some preventative treatments. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Hopefully you'll learn something about it and use it as your guide on keeping your newly arrived fish healthy and disease-free and preventing them from dying. And of course once again, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below to get updated on the next video. For other videos, you can check the front screen and the description of the link down below. Thank you guys and may God bless us all. Happy fish keeping everyone.